What's up, world? Love podcasts? Start your own with the Anchor app. Why? Not only is it free, Anchor makes it easy to edit your episodes. Also, get paid with no minimum listenership. Anchor will also distribute your podcast on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the Anchor app. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace.
Yo, what's good, world? It's your boy Rob. Real talk, real views. Coming through with another solo episode like I promised y'all. I'm in this hotel room. You know your boy gotta keep the show going. Made a promise to you guys. I'm here. Gonna keep doing it. Hope everybody's week is going good. Today's topic, man, is gonna be basically if you've lost somebody that you've cared about this year or previous years, and how you should make that person's death be more healing than just damaging to your life. Because, I had a talk with a homeboy of mine, and he put something in perspective in a way that I never seen. Like, imagine you lose somebody you really love, and all of a sudden your life is starting to spiral out of control. You're drinking, you're doing stupid shit, you're going to jail, you're doing things out of character, and the person that you love is in the spirit world, and they are literally just screaming at you to quit fucking being dumb. And like, look, man, I know that I'm gone, but I don't like watching you. Like, imagine how hard it is for them watching you make all those mistakes. Like, put that into perspective. The people out there that are using, my mom died last year, my dad died last year, my sister died last year, my brother died last year, my best friend died last year, my dog died last year, and just because of that, you let years go by, and you just want to still be in that losing position. You want to hold on to that excuse for as long as you can, and they're in another world, and they're watching you, and they literally can't say anything to you. They're screaming to the top of their lungs, but you can't hear them. They're trying to get your attention, but you can't see them. And how don't you think it's harder for them to watch you just fuck up your life? Like, just watching you do that shit where they're at, don't you think that it's harder for them to watch because they physically cannot do anything to stop you? You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why I'm talking about this with you guys today is because man, this year and last year I've lost a lot of family members, and over the years I've lost some great uncles, some great aunts, and the reason why I'm telling you guys to not take that time for granted and not use their death as an excuse is because, look, man, like, for one, when they're physically in the world, you have to cherish them. You have to spend as much time as you can with them. You have to feel like basically, I just had a cousin die, my dad's cousin, a very close cousin of my dad. Basically, she was my dad's auntie's daughter, and she was a sweetheart. Loved her. The last time I was actually in Miami, I actually went to go see her. Little did I know that was going to be the last time that I see her. And every single time I went back down to Miami, it was just so important to her that I went to go see her. You know what I mean? Because she watched me grow up. She watched me from the very fucking beginning. And we were going through some hard times financially in like 1999, 2000. My dad didn't have a job, and at that time my dad was the breadwinner. My mom stayed home with me and my brother and my sister. And so my dad got a hard spot. Like, he got fired at his busboy job, and we had to stay at his cousin's house, the lady that I'm telling you that passed away this year. And I will never forget that deed that she did as a young boy, as a 9-year-old. Just like, wow, somebody in my dad's family extended their hand and said that you can stay with me, you can stay with us until you can get back up on your feet. And she helped me with my homework. Man, she was just a great person. Just when they're in this world, physically in this world, man, You'll never see them again until you're gone. And while they're there, create memories. Create memories. Because what I'm basically trying to say to somebody here is the more you spend time with them and you went all out while they were physically living, the easier the healing process is. Because you can honestly close your eyes when you put them in the grave and then you bury them. You can honestly say, I loved this person to the fullest. I hung out with this person to the fullest, and it hurts me that this person is no longer here, but they will be with me in spirit because they were in this world on good terms with me, and they left the world in good terms with me. And I always told them every single chance that I had that I loved them and I cared for them and I wished for the absolute best for them. And so when I got that call from my mom and said she passed, I had a couple tears running my eyes. But the last time I saw her, I hugged her and I told her I appreciated her and just making her laugh. I had no idea that was going to be the last day that I was seeing. The reason why I'm saying this to you guys is because let that person's spirit, when it goes on to the next world, be strength to you versus something that will detonate badness in your life, where you're just going to go resort to drugs, or you're just going to start procrastinating, or you're going to just resort to depression. No. That spirit that they take to the next world could be that same spirit that carries you in this world through bad times. You get that lift from your family. Like, your spirit needs to be accepting of their spirit, and that means with their spirit being gone, their spirit coming into your spirit to giving you that boost that you need in some tough times. Because, man, I tell you, dog, there's been some times on this fucking road as a truck driver where I literally wanted to quit. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. I can't get in this tight spot. I can't find this area that I need to go. I'm banging my hands against the steering wheel like, fuck. Why can't I figure this out? And then eventually I figure it out. I gotta realize that they hear me, and I'll just say these guys' names. They're no longer here with me, but I love them. My cousin Malachi, I love you, cuz. All these good things that I do is for you. My boy Ruben, man, he got ran over by a truck driver who fell asleep on the wheel. Man, what a lost sin. My Ruben, I love you, man, and I hope you know that you always on my mind. And it's just unfortunate that I remember when we hung out, man, like all we did was have a good time. And so your death might have hurt me, but I didn't take that time for granted when you were in the world. And for people who might feel a little guilty, like Robin, I didn't get to spend the time with my mom or my dad or my brother or my sister or my best friend, because I just had so much going on, man. I feel like I didn't spend enough time. But here's what I want you to do. All of the times you did spend with them, add that all up. Just create like a little montage in your mind, in your heart, and just think about it. Literally reminisce as much as you can, because I know as many times as you say you weren't there, you were there just as many times. It just isn't in the fashion that you would like it to be, but you gave it your all. And there's some things that are just not in our control. You never know when a job is gonna be a little bit more physically demanding than you thought. You just never know. But all you can do is, when that happens, is you just like, okay, you just game plan. Okay, let me move like this. Let me navigate like this so I can make more time, so I can be with this individual. Like, I just found out that my grandpa, he was born in 1925, so my grandpa is going to be like 96 this year, if my math is right. 96 or 95, but I want to say 96. And my dad told me that he's gonna put my grandpa in a nursing home because his daughter, my auntie's just basically not taking care of my grandpa. She's being lazy about it. She's taking it for granted. It sucks to be her because whenever she gets close to dying, she's gonna have to answer to somebody, and that is gonna suck because you being so selfish. But when my grandpa was young, when he first came to Miami, y'all, it was like I believe in the year 2003, which is so crazy. That is a long time ago. And I first met him, and I just felt like the man had so much wisdom. I was like, you're my grandpa. You the guy who set it off for my father, and for how my father set it off for me, And so what I would do is I would just ask him so many questions. I laughed with him. We did all a bunch of dumb stuff, man. He would talk to me about sex and how he had 12 kids, and how can a man full of life, like he had 12 kids, and right now in this world right now only 5 of them are still living, and the man is still excited, full of joy. That's a strong motherfucker right there. How many people would have been broken down, messed up, because that's a parent's worst nightmare, burying their child before their child burying them. And this man is full of life and excitement, and he lived his life to the fullest, and it just brought him peace. He took care of all of his kids. He did everything he had to do. And now my father is the one taking care of him. It's just unbelievable. But what if his attitude wasn't good? Would my father still be taking care of him? Wouldn't my father and him be close like how they are now? You see how those two things coincide? Basically, your reaction to adversity can affect a relationship that can actually help you in the future, where they will extend a hand for you while you're down. But if you allow that adversity to make the worst of you, and you don't have a positive outlook, good things are not foreseeable in the future. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Like you have to have a positive outlook for these things to happen. For good things to assist you. Like my grandpa is being blessed amazingly, abundantly. Like everything he needs, my dad is just like, I'm going to help this man because of the positive energy, his positive outlook. You want to keep people like that alive as long as possible, because they're giving you energy in your own spirit that's going to make you strong when you reach that age, that pinnacle in life that they've reached. And it's their last days, but they're preparing you for your last days. But we can only hope we can only hope that your last days are longer than their last days, and you live longer. You know what I mean? And so what I'm trying to say is, y'all, you never know when it's gonna be somebody's last days. Like nobody saw Kobe Bryant passing away. I didn't even think that was gonna happen. When I saw on my phone, when I first got the notification that Kobe Bryant was gone, I was like, this cannot fucking be real. You gotta be kidding me. But it's true. He's gone. And I bet Vanessa Bryant didn't think that he was gonna die at such a young age. 41 years old? Come on, man. Come on. But Kobe, one thing we can't say about Kobe is what we can say about Kobe is that while he was alive, he went hard. He did everything that he could while he was on this world. This man did not take anything for granted. And I think on the day of the helicopter crash, before the helicopter fell and probably exploded, I'm pretty sure he held his daughter, he closed his eyes, and he said, God, I gave it everything I had, and this has been a great life. It sucks it has to end like this, but please watch over my wife and my kids that will be living still. I have an idea that that's how it might have went down. It's just my assumption because I'm a father and I have a daughter too, so I relate with Kobe. I understand. I understand. But yeah, everybody, like, you can't take things for granted. You can't take the great people in your life for granted. You have to show them love. I've been told from my homeboys that, yo, thanks for always giving us that call, because you might have people that maybe not be at doesn't they don't really necessarily take that kind of initiative to call, but it doesn't mean that they're bad people. They just don't have that spirit where they're like, oh, I gotta call somebody, but they're quick to answer the phone though when they see your number. And so, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. It's the end of the night. I'm sorry. I apologize, man. But don't take anybody for granted. Like because I don't want to take the time of my father for granted and my mother for granted, or my brother or my sister. I'm trying to spend as much time as I can with them, because we don't know when their last days when their last days are gonna come. But before they do, go all out. Spend time with the people you love, and more importantly, make time for the people that you love. You can keep chasing money all you want, but I tell you what, money doesn't give you the kind of happiness that family does. And for maybe some of you guys, or girls, you listening, you're like, Robin, I don't like my fucking family. I don't even fuck with my family like that. But I have friends that I consider family, and they're really like family. All right, well, make time for those people. Stop making excuses, telling them that you're gonna hang out with them, or you're gonna call them and you never do. Or you make plans with them and then you back out. Quit doing that, because one day they won't be living anymore, and now how are you gonna plan? You know what I'm saying? So for everybody out there, stop taking the time for granted. Stop taking the time of the people that you love for granted. Be there for them. I'm telling you, it's going to do something to you spiritually, where you will feel like you are being protected so well. You're just like, what did I do to get this protection? Like, I am not even lying to you. Like, you have to go all out in those relationships, because those relationships will bring the spirit that will protect you when you're lost, when you're trying to find an answer, when you're looking for money to pay a bill, and you're just like, yo, I don't have it, and then all of a sudden the money magically appears in your account, where you get like some message saying, hey, you've been debited this amount of money into your account, or you get a check for something. Like, you just never know. Let the universe take over. But while the universe takes over, make sure you have a positive outlook on life, so the universe can give you those great things that you need, from those people, and to bless those people, so those people can bless you with either actions, words, wisdom, or prayers that you don't even know about, that they're mysteriously like praying for you, and you just have no idea. You know what I mean? They're praying for you to be healthy. They're praying for your success. They're praying for your humbleness. They're praying for just great things to come in your life. So, man, like, that's what I have for you guys tonight. Don't take time of the people that you love for granted, because you never know when the time is up, and you just don't want to take them for granted, because, like I said, there's blessings that come, and that spirit is hopeless while it's up there looking at all the mistakes that you're making. So you don't want to make those mistakes. Don't use that as an excuse because they're gone, because the best thing you can do for that spirit when it goes on and it's in peace is for your actions to please that spirit. Like, yo, this guy's winning. Can you imagine your mom is gone and now you're successful? Your mom is up in heaven or wherever she is, just smiling, dancing, laughing, because you did it. You made it. Don't make somebody that you love die. Let their spirit go in vain, and you just want to become a loser and a bum, because now that spirit is dying just as much, if not way more, than you, while you're just leaking into your sorrows, just seeping deep into it. You don't want to be that person. Let that spirit know that sacrifice or their death did not go in vain, so it could be at peace in the next world. Do not be selfish. Do not be selfish. And that's what your boy Rob got for you on another episode, Real Talk, Real Views. I love you guys. Hope you guys continue to have a great week. I will be on again in another few days. Till then, y'all, peace.